I tried to get fancy over here, but I didn't want to go too overboard. So just a quick intro, things I like, and then you can kind of get in touch, which is just an email. You can also get in touch over here, which is also just an email. I'd like to do a contact form at some stage, but for now, it's just an email. I have a bit of a scroller going on here, so you can see there's some parallax scrolling going on with the background, just to give some depth. So it seems like my work is kind of coming over. These are just some mostly dribble stuff, but just to give it a bit of vibrance and some life, kind of just brought in. This is a ticker module, so I'll show you guys how this happens, how I did this in Framer. But pretty simple, and I think it's quite effective. And then I've kind of laid out my approach slowly. I've got sticky positioning, my labels. You'll see each of the labels get kind of docked as you scroll past it. Just a short kind of intro to each of them. So this is the discovery phase, ideation phase, prototyping phase, and handover. So I just go into detail into each of those phases. And then I have some my latest projects. So just 4 of them. I'd like to add some more. I just didn't get the chance to. And then a revealing photo, which also goes to email. But then I've done also, just to expand a little bit more, there's an actual project page. Title, just a big image, just kind of give an idea of the design, the brief, short brief, little intro, and then just some screenshots for the actual project, some details for the client, what year it was done, what services are provided. So into the nuts and bolts of how this is working, pretty straightforward. These have text animation on them. So text effects, see over here. The ticker is multiple tickers. So each of these rows have a ticker on them. So what I did is I exported each of these screens. You can see all of them over here. And then this row, well, column, I guess. Column is ticking only these 4. And then this column is ticking these 4, so forth, so on for the other 2. And then all I did is I have these tickers going in reverse at different speeds. So this one is going up, this one's going down, this is going down at like 0.5, this is going up at like 1, and this is 0.8. So I'm kind of just played around over there. There is a sticky effect on this title over here. So let's see. Yeah, it's sticky over here. So it just sticks to within this frame. We'll kind of stop when it gets to over there. Same deal for the rest of the things. And then I did a bit of a scramble effect. I'm not sure if you guys saw the scramble effect. So that's a bit of a scramble effect.
I was going to ask if you used any external plugins or that kind
of thing. I did. Well, it's not really an external plugin. So on these texts, on the actual text, there is a code override. So I just copied the code override. So you can see it over here. This is what it looks like. It's from Framer University. You literally just paste it in, and then you apply it to your text. So you can just add it here, and then you can have that come up on appear or loop. So there's a bit of a scramble effect over there. What else is going on? Yeah, and then this is being pulled in from the CMS. So you'll see over here, this is a, what do you call it? A stack? I'm not too sure. I can't remember the exact name. But what I did is I pulled in the CMS. So these are all CMS entries. So you can just see there's one entry over here, and it gets repeated. Change the stack. Yeah, and then you can just like update, and it'll just kind of pull in all the projects for you, right? You can exclude projects over here if you need to. I just done it before, so I didn't need to kind of update it too much. But then I've also kind of designed the actual thumbnail. So you can see it over here. When I hover, I have 2 variations. There's one for the mobile and there's one for the desktop. And then this was a bit of a tricky thing. It in my CMS, if there is an entry for this field in this component for desktop, then it will show this one. If not, it will default to the mobile. So that's like kind of swap between the two with the CMS. There's a bit of weird like filter magic happening over here. And then all this is happening. What's happening over here now is when I hover, so this is the hover effect. This, I'll just kind of bring this off so you can see what this looks like. Actually, just copy it over here.
Are those tags dynamic or are they kind of fixed for now?
So they're dynamic. They're being pulled in from the CMS as well. So they kind of hooked up to the CMS. So whatever tags. So if there isn't anything, again, like another filter system. So for example, if I just did UI design and motion and that's all I added to the project, this one won't show. So it's kind of like if there's anything in there, then show it. If not, then kind of just let it disappear, right? So that's also on there. But what I did was I kind of vectored this out like a shape that matches the background. So when the hover effect does come in, it kind of looks like it's like the tags are kind of pushing it down, right? So if you know how it works, you can kind of obviously see it, right? But yeah, that's the idea, I think. So yeah, that's for that. And then for the cursor, so the cursor is literally just a smaller version of this. There's no background, and the arrow on this version is kind of down over here. So I have it on appear. This animation happens on appear automatically. So it literally just goes from this corner over here. The arrow goes to the middle, so you can kind of see it moving in, and the circle gets bigger, and it gets a full. Pretty simple, but it's quite effective. So I'm not sure if they have to show actually in the thing. But you can kind of see it. You can see this circle get bigger. You can kind of see the arrow move in. It's not too obvious, but kind of. Yeah, so that's the home page. For the project page, there's not much going on here. Again, I have some encrypt text going on over here. There's a bit of text animation on the title. This has a bit of a 3D effect, so it kind of scales in. Yeah, that happens over there. Yeah, and then this is just pretty straightforward. And then this is obviously another stack where the filter, so you'll see here how I've done the filter. So this is again a CMS stack where it's pulling in all the projects, and all of these are kind of just pulled in from CMS. What I got going on here is if there's a project field equals the same name of the project, then don't show it, right? So that's the filter over there. And then just quickly the CMS, this is what my CMS looks like. There's a title. I'm not too sure why this is not coming through. There's a thumbnail, which is for the landing page. So again, this is what I was talking about. If there's no thumbnail for the mobile, if there is a thumbnail for the desktop, it will show the desktop over the mobile. That's where the main image goes in. Here's my tags. So if I don't have any tags in there, it won't show as well. Intro title, image set, and then the data at the bottom for the details. So yeah, that's pretty much it.